In the rest of this program, the meditations are in a suggested order that will lay a progressive foundation of skills that will become increasingly embedded in your own brain. But you can go through them in any order you like. Skip any and come back and repeat favorite ones as often as you like. The more you fire together the neural circuits that support different aspects of happiness and well-being, the more that they will wire together. Each of these meditations will begin with a brief introduction, and then I'll dive in. Of course, you can stop this program at any point if you want to hang out longer in some part of a meditation before my next suggestion moves you along. Before we start, though, I'd like to make a few points about taking good care of yourself. Obviously, this program is no substitute for professional care of body, mind, and spirit. And even though we aim for very gentle and self-nurturing activities, still, sometimes, things can bring things up, especially if a person has had traumatic experiences in the past or is currently in the middle of a difficult relationship. In all the meditations that follow, you can keep your eyes open or closed, write notes or not, and go as deeply as you want. Be kind to yourself, first and foremost. Feel free to skip any part of a meditation, pull out of it once it starts, or deliberately take a kind of safe and superficial slice at it. For some people, especially those with a traumatic history, awareness of their own body can stir up sometimes overwhelming feelings. If that's you, please really take good care of yourself. You might try putting your attention on something else, such as a candle, or a tree out the window, or a photo of someone who loves you. Now, please know that a lot of the time, I'm going to be suggesting that you try to become aware of something or do something within your own mind. If you're unable to become aware of or do that something, that's perfectly fine. Maybe that's a sign to yourself to be cautious and take your time with that material. Or maybe a sign to investigate it further on your own. Be compassionate with yourself, meanwhile. Some things may be a little hard at first, but gradually, with practice, you'll get better at them, with growing value for you. Different things work for different people. It's natural to like some of the meditations or some parts of the meditations more than others. Take what works for you and leave the rest. A bell will ring at the end of every meditation. In this meditation on self-compassion, we will be exploring, of course, compassion, which is a basic feeling of concern and good wishes related to a person's difficulty and suffering. Compassion is not pity, which has a certain distance to it, as well as often an implicit sense of superiority. Sympathy is close to the meaning of compassion, by the way, as long as there is no distance or superiority in it. Now, self-compassion is the emotional sense of caring and kindness directed toward yourself. It is mainly a feeling, a basic warmth, friendliness, and concern, accompanied by background thoughts of seeing the big picture and knowing that you are as deserving of compassion as anyone else in all fairness. It's very interesting that research by Mark Leary at Duke and other scholars has shown that self-compassion actually has much more benefit for people than self-esteem, and that lots of the previous research on self-esteem actually boils down to self-compassion. This is probably because self-esteem is more conceptual, while self-compassion is more emotional and gut and visceral and felt, which usually has more impact on our well-being and behavior. So when we do this meditation that follows, and when you practice the skill of self-compassion in daily life, which is even more important, you're going to be making very significant changes deep down in your own nervous system.